And welcome to the second session of High Vibe Channeling for the 16th day of August 2026. And it will feature Heidi, who is an intuitive worker who channels the Divine Love Collective. She mostly channels for her own personal growth, but she blesses us by coming in when she's available. And she brings in the loving energy of the divine realms, the angelic realms, and does this to promote the highest good. That is her goal. And they continue to teach her about love, forgiveness, peace, joy, and presence. She first channeled through automatic writing back in December of 2024 and has grown exponentially since then, including her own higher guides, Pleiadean sisters, beings from the Orion Nebula, and many others have come through, including the hybrid children, and they all share a message of peace, love, and harmony through tones, words, and movement and light language as well. Welcome back, Heidi. Thank you.
Thank you. um, I when I was listening to Laura the other day, she was talking about kind of getting to know who the beings are, talking about understanding the beings that we are channeling. And so I asked just before this session, um, you know, who's what kind of energy is going to be coming in, and the word I got was antediluvian, and that wasn't quite right because when I looked it up, it said antediluvian was the closest word that came to that, which means, um, from what I understand, it means before the flood. Now, the flood is not, no one religion owns the story of the flood. It's a very, very old story, from many different cultures. So I just thought I would mention that came in, take it or leave it for whatever it's worth. And then the other thing I wanted to say was I just really appreciated, I know that months and months ago, when Brother Francis Revels Bay was channeling, he said, or actually it was Mother Grace, I believe, that said that we would be having lots of, that I in particular would be having a lot of crystals, like a crystal grid around my house, and I'd be creating a crystal grid. And I just wanted to say that has happened. I have since collected a lot of, and it was so easy. They just kind of flowed to me. So, including one that my daughter had a dream that we went to a store, and and that's the store that I happen to get a lot of my crystals from. And so we decided, oh, let's go to that store. That'll be fun. Well, when we got there, I was looking around, of course, for crystals, and she is the one that pulled this beautiful amethyst off the shelf. And she goes, how about this one? I was like, uh huh. So, her dream brought that, brought us to that store, and she's the one that found it. It was out of place on a different shelf where there were, and it just caught her eye, and that's so. Uh, yeah, so I just wanted to mention that, and I thought that it would be nice, um, to do a little bit of a meditation that incorporates some type of crystal. You can, if you want, you can go get a crystal that you have, or you can think of one. And so I thought we would just do that. The one I've chosen is one I picked up at an event. I don't know if it's going to show. It's a jasper that somebody put some copper around, and so it has really pretty green and white, cream color, and a beautiful brown coming through it. So, so if you'd like to join in this meditation, we can take some breaths together. So take in a deep breath. And let it out slowly. And one or two more, whatever rate you breathe. When you're calming yourself. And with one hand or both on your heart, you can set an intention for your meditation and how you would like to, in what way would you like to connect with this crystal. And then once you have your intention, we're going to go through a few questions, simple questions. So thinking about your different energy centers, such as your chakras, and you don't have to limit this to the 7 major ones. You can think of others. Which energy center would you align with the crystal that you are holding at this time? And if a message is to come through, what would be the message to you, something that you might need to hear? You may feel connected to one of the 4 elements, a color, or simply a message, or something to do with one of your energy centers, or all of the above. And if you feel also inspired to do so, you can write down some parts of what some notes of what you received. And if not, you can just enjoy a minute of quiet. And rest in our busy day. And then I invite you to come back when you're ready. One of the last things I'll mention is that I pulled 2 cards. The message that came from these oracle cards was awaken to your full potential, and freedom is your birthright. The first card was birth, awaken to your full potential. And then the second was wildness, freedom is your birthright. So now if you'll give me just a moment and I will make a connection. I'm feeling a grandmotherly type of presence, and she is saying, "Ah, dear one, it has been a while," which it has. And we welcome you all to this little bit of a reunion, for it has been a while since the channeler has had an opportunity to channel in this way. We are making a few adjustments and alignments in the energy center as we prepare to bring in a message for you and to answer questions that you may have. The message that we have today is, we'll begin with the word hope. What is it that you hope for? What is your hope? In whom do you entrust your hope? We wish for you to know the power of your capacity as a being of light, as a being incarnated in a physical form, the power you have to create what you see around you, what comes from what is within you, reflects back to you from outside of you. The hope, therefore, is we will not say under your control, for we are not saying for you to attempt to control anything, but it is in your power to create circumstances of hope for yourself. And when you are in alignment with this energy of hope, and creating circumstances that are hopeful and positive, you are like a beacon to others around you. And as like attracts like, you can attract like-minded individuals who also have this positivity, and it is your choice to do so. Regardless of circumstances that you may hear of, there is always hope available if you wish for it to be in your awareness. We offer to you an energy of healing to bring into this space an energy of healing. You can add your intention for healing, and you can use this intention, this energy. You can, if you feel there is an emotional, a mental, a physical, or energetic healing that you might need, you can ask for this light, this healing light, to come to where you need it. Or if you feel there is someone who may need this energy, you can ask their higher self if you have permission to send them some loving energy. And know that all is well. All is well. At this time, if there are any questions, we are happy to answer questions. If you have any general questions, personal questions, whatever you are comfortable asking, we are pleased to answer at this time.
Greetings.
Welcome.
Thank you very much for being with us. And thank you for the energy. I do have a friend that is unwell and worried. So I sent her some energy. And I am confident that her higher self gives permission.
We are pleased that you were able to share this loving kindness with her.
Thank you. Yes. Apart from that, we talk a lot about our dreams and dream time and what goes on with our dreams. And I was wondering, when cats dream, what goes on when they dream? Because they are very multidimensional beings. Do they also go off and do things?
This is a joyful question from a human perspective. For many humans are often entertained by cats and are often have loving feelings towards their feline friends. In the physical realm in this incarnation, the animals, the cats, when they are dreaming, often it is something that they are, much like humans, it is often something that they will typically do in the incarnation. It is a often a metaphorical experience where their body may react in a physical way, such as in the dream they may be jumping, or they may be doing something that they would normally do, and it is a metaphor for other errands that they may be running. They are multi-dimensional. This is this reflects some of the work that they may do in the dream state, much like humans do. However, it is in a realm of their current incarnation. But can also reflect other lives as necessary for nothing is really impossible outside this realm, where many are tuned into the idea that there are many limits and boundaries. However, in the dream realm, there are many more possibilities, and in fact, one could describe it as nothing is impossible. So it is possible that they are visiting, holding space, contributing in other ways, that helping others to heal, going where they are needed. There may be areas of large energies in which these types of energies of the feline and other animals and even other humans can gather to work together to heal these energies or realign them. The channel is reminded of several times in a dream where other humans were very prominent, and as well there was an animal with the humans, such as a dog. This has happened on several occasions in dreams, and it is a possibility that the dog in the dream was traveling from in a sleep state to participate in the events of that dream. Does this answer your question?
Yes, fascinating. Thank you very much.
You are welcome.
And thank you for your presence and for the meditation and the healing energy. Like Christina Anna, I sent it out to all of the members of our group, whether they are present or not. And I'm assuming they will be open enough, and if they choose to receive it, they will. And focus some of that on myself as well. My question is, I had connected with the Mantis beings, and that energy was extremely powerful. And I have planned on holding off in channeling that energy again because it was rather debilitating for me, and it took my bodily form 2 or more days to acclimate to that. Do you have any advice on doing that or not doing that, or enabling it not to have such unwanted effects? Please.
If if they were connecting with you, then it was beneficial. These effects would likely be temporary. One thing that you can do, the first thing that comes to mind, is to align your chakras. To You can ask your guides to help you to do this. The uh, the major chakras, asking them to be aligned, and it's possible that some of the energy uh, had a temporary block to pass through and was not flowing as well as it could. And these can occur from day to day accumulation of energies that do not either belong to us or that we have held on to and simply need to transmute and release, which we can ask for help to do that as well. Aligning the chakras will allow the energy to flow, as well as grounding the 3 lower chakras: root, sacral, at least the lower 2 chakras. The third can be grounded as well, solar plexus, but can also work in the mid area, as with the heart and the throat. It is what is best for you in working with these Mantis beings. And aligning the third eye and the crown chakra to the cosmos, so that you are then getting a clear and free-flowing energy in your energy body, which is the energy working in this way from the grounded up through the cosmos, back down, grounding up through, so that it is a clear energy which will enable you to flow more integrated with the energies of the mantis. You may still experience a need to rest after, by either taking a nap and clearing your mind of this. Goes in alignment with releasing energies that do not serve. If there are any energy thought forms in your mind of something you are worried about or concerned about, to allow those to process so that you can have a clear mind, which can allow those energies to flow more smoothly. And that is all of that answer is complete.
That was wonderful and very practical, and that resonated with me. Thank you very much for that. Another channeled entity had discussed that for this particular Lion's Gate sequence, it is allowing energies for next year to begin flowing into our Earth Collective to support and stabilize the new Earth which we are creating. Can you comment on that, please?
The energies coming in are some of the highest energies that have been in a very, 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 very long time. These energies are being accepted and processed by many humans at this time who have done the work, who have, some for decades, practiced in meditation or some other kind of spiritual process in which they are turning within to tell themselves what teach themselves and tell themselves and discover for themselves the truths of their experiences. These energies are being accepted by individuals who have a knowledge of these truths through their experiences, as in comparison to individuals who have heard and are repeating truths but do not have the complete uh, the complete or as complete a knowledge of these things as if they know them and they feel them and have experienced them. The 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 energies, the more and more individuals who accept these energies and incorporate them into their physical, mental, emotional, and energetic or auric field, they are the center points of the ripples, and their effect ripples out to other people. And so this can grow exponentially among the individuals. And we ask, can you please repeat the question so that we can be sure that we are answering completely?
Yes, and thank you very much for that. That was very detailed. I was just curious and interested in any response at all about those energies which are now coming in. Apparently, this is the timing which is always divine, but it signals an increase in those helpful energies to stabilize and propel us into the transformation which we have all shown up and incarnated now for.
Yes. And as you spoke, the The idea of the water, the importance of the water at this time, in the purity of the water, in bringing in the stories within the water, held in the water, the fluidity of these stories, information, energy in the energy grid as passed through the water and the other elements. So it is important that individuals can pray over their water or charge their water with their words before drinking the water, go into the ocean to swim with the intention of receiving what the water has to give to you, what you are ready for. Water is very important in this process of bringing this energy as well as from person to person, for we are mostly water, are you not?
Yes.
And do you have a follow-up question on this energies?
No, I do not. I did want to say that um, I received a message during the meditation that I should be more vulnerable and that the crystalline heart heals. That's what came to me, and I wanted to thank you for that.
We are happy that you have done this for yourself. We only opened a space in which you could do this, a space which you can also open for yourself and repeat at any time to receive a message that you may need at that time.
Thank you. Do you have a message for anyone else in this group or for the group as a whole, please?
Love is increasing. The love energy is increasing on Earth at this time. It is being amplified by many on the other side of the veil, is one way to say it. Many in the angelic realms, many of those who have left their incarnation and are helping and aiding, and they are doing this service out of love. It is also being amplified by nature, the sun, the moon, the water, the intelligence of the trees, and all of the creatures on the earth. They are all amplifying it, and it the center point, the energy vortex is your heart space, is your heart chakra, and this is the connector, and it is also the transmitter and the receiver. So connector as in bridge, person to person, person to nature, person to water, person to angelic realm, And it is also the receiver of this love into the self, and the transmitter of this love outside of the self, sending love to all beings. And the flow of this loving energy on all of these pathways is expanding, and it is enveloping everything and all who wish to receive it and be within it. And we are helping in this process and are grateful, 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 grateful to see this is happening. This is. The messages, love carries all messages from all events, all, in your terms, all times, all seasons. Love carries this message, these messages, and this is part of the wisdom of the heart space. It is an important time to tune in to your heart space as often as you will. As often as you will. To tune into your heart space and allow your heart space to guide your thoughts and to therefore guide your actions. And we leave this message, which is complete, with the knowing that all is well, all will be well, and everything that is well. We invite, if there is any other question, we are happy to answer. Otherwise, we are happy to close as well.
Thank you for sharing with us. You have graced us with your presence. We are grateful for you and all you do.
We are pleased that you have shared this time with us and are grateful for your energy and this co-creation. We thank you. That was kind of fast.
Wow, Heidi, well done. So I mean, are you after all this time, do you still feel a little bit spent after some of those connections?
uh, I feel okay. I feel okay. I do feel like there somebody else came in to answer. I can't remember which. I think it was your question about the energies,
Hmm.
because they talked a lot faster than the first energy did. So, um, yeah. As far as the two that I kind of felt like there was two or maybe three, I feel fine right now. I feel I feel some tickling here right now in my heart center. So,
Wonderful. How
and I
often
feel
do
kind of
you
lightheaded right here. What?
I was going to say, how often do you do your own personal channeling sessions?
I've been busy for the past 2.5 weeks, almost 3 weeks, so I haven't had as much of an opportunity to do. So it was before, like the last week in July,
Oh,
that
wow.
I had done some channeling. So a few
Wow,
minutes
that's
before I started, I was like, "Oh, do I still know how to do this?"
yeah, that's quite a drought.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I was busy for good reason, and
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
for family and stuff. So yeah,
And obviously you didn't miss a trick because that was deep and loving, and I got really good energy, real clear energy coming through that and the meditation as well. And they
thank you.
also said I was supposed to get my green tourmaline.
Oh, green tourmaline.
Yeah. And I
Mm.
have some. I was tempted to just go grab it out of the closet. Then I'm like, no, it'll it'll keep until after we get the channeling session over.
Yeah, you could do another meditation. I'm going to do another meditation with this one because I wasn't able to focus fully and then also, uh, channel at the same time, like focus fully on what this meant to me. So
And I'm
I'm
definitely
gonna
going to
do
Home
one.
Goods.
I don't know why that store is just so great for yeah, for lovely crystals like this, but oops,
Yeah.
but it was, every time I see a session by Brother Francis, I'm always thinking of Grandma Grace and how she told me to make that. I can't remember who else it was that she said to make a crystal grid. And so I set the intention and then just started finding crystals everywhere or at Home Goods.
Sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Anybody else have any comments or questions for Heidi? And thanks for making time for us too. Appreciate it.
Well, I would like to make a comment. Your energy is so expanding, Heidi. I can feel it over here. It took me out for a little while. I looked like I was nodding out. It was like, she's like flying, man. She's in the ship, and I'm trying to hang on to the hull of it outside, going through the galaxies. Your energy is really has magnified, and you really are wide open, because it's coming faster to you, and like you say, you could distinguish the difference. You start off maybe a little slow, and then you're going, and what I like is everybody's energy, everybody's presence allows for that, like
Yeah.
nobody. I've been in over the years, 50 years, I've been in so many groups where so many people were like ready to be judgmental and not understand that this process is a process, and every moment you're involved, it looks different, it feels different. And then you replay stuff. It's like, did I say that? Did that actually come through? So yeah, you're doing great.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Those are kind words. I I've had them put me to sleep before.
Mm.
I'm like yeah, I've when I wasn't feeling even tired, suddenly I'm like just zonked out. So,
Hmm.
yeah.
And I definitely got a good process before I channel the Mantis beings, although I don't know when that will be. But yeah, I'm definitely going to have to work and make sure that all of my energy is flowing because I don't want it to get hung up in me again because I wasn't productive at all the next day. I'm trying to do this audio book, but I couldn't summon the energy to make it come through my voice.
Mm.
So
Oh,
it was a day of reading and weeding and running with the dog and, you know, nothing that I really felt like doing other than those. So
I remember when you were bringing in Mantis, and somebody else was too. Was it Laura? Did she bring in Mantis?
I don't know.
Because I remember listening, or maybe anyway, I remember listening, and I've had this happen before where I'll be sitting there and suddenly my fingers do this, and I'm like, oh, there's, and it's involuntary, and I know that it's just the energy of the mantis. I don't imagine it's an actual being that looks like
No.
a mantis. But for some reason that just happens. My finger will twitch like that, and I've noticed it 3 times now. That's interesting.
Yeah.
It happened when you were channeling, the other person was channeling, and then years ago when I was at an event. So, yeah.
Yeah. And I thought it was a nice test for them because, I was thinking about, well, I don't know who's coming in. Maybe I can do the mantis. And they just kind of were very far off energy.
Hmm.
And they said, we can come in. And it was like it was a test for me to see if I thought that I was ready. And I know that I'm always going to be safe, but yeah, that knocked me for a loop.
Hmm.
But hey, I because I wanted to acclimate to it so I could handle that much energy because I know that'll help me handle other beings' energies. But I got the impression that there were two or three other beings between them and me to make that connection happen.
Do you do you know of Tony Gazi? Sorry.
Yeah, you mentioned that. Yeah.
Yeah, I know him.
He's channeling Mantis, and he's a very kind person, and it might be a good idea to maybe contact him and ask for some tips.
Yeah, I have plenty of other people to channel
Yeah,
or
but
beings to
because
channel right
he's
now. So
yeah, he channels them a lot for a long
yeah.
time.
Yeah, it was just, and I'm not sure how it is with Heidi, but when I channel new beings, sometimes there's a period of adjustment on the energies while they get used to me and my body gets used to them
Yeah.
and
And Heidi, did you get any other impressions when they were talking about the cats?
Um, I tried to describe all the impressions I got, and I was kind of the whole time going, are you sure? In my head, I'm like, really? Is this right? Am I just, because I don't want to spread, and then they were like, well, have you not had dreams yourself where animals have been very prominent, played a very prominent role, a supportive role in, and so much so that I knew there was a dog there. I noticed the dog and I remembered the dog, you
Mm.
know. So the one that first came to mind is and I think I may have told this story before, but I was standing, there was a concert, a stage, tons of people facing the stage. I was in back. It was outside, and there were two people, a man, a woman, and a dog, and they were talking to me, and then suddenly I just flew up to a ship. And I was going, ah! And then I woke up. So whatever role the dog played, I don't know. The role that the two people played, I don't really know. But they were there, and and part of that for me to go up. So yeah. And then another one I recently had, there was a dog, and I can't remember what that dream was. I remembered it at the time, but I don't know that I wrote it down. So,
have your dreams changed in the last couple of months or so?
Yes, yes. And just simple things too, like just it was either this morning or yesterday morning. I I was it was in the morning, and suddenly it's like everything went past me super fast. And then my alarm went off. So it's almost like got back just in time. I don't know.
Mm.
But the
Wow.
whole, it just a blur, That's all I remember. And then my alarm went off and it was time for me to wake up. I was like, that's weird, that a dream would end right on time, or. So, yeah.
Yeah, and you wonder what all that condensed download was.
Yeah. So there's just a bunch of vivid things like that I'm didn't used to have. I was not a lucid dreamer. Is anybody here a lucid dreamer?
I'm still trying.
I have You are, yeah, and I have two daughters who are lucid dreamers, and they know they're dreaming. And I have never been, so they've become more clear. So,
I'll get there.
yeah.
I'm trying to remember. But I get so shocked by things that happen. And then part of me wants to explore it, but not in the dream. And I'm like, come on, you can stay with it. And
Yeah.
then last week I made an intention of, okay, I want to find out how many of these beings, which I'm seeing as humans, are actually extraterrestrials. And I set that intention, and then I saw probably 10 or 12 people who I know or have known in my life, in this current life. And I said, okay, which one of them were extraterrestrials? And they just kind of said, all of them.
Mm.
I
That's
was
why
like,
we showed you.
oh, yeah, they were kind of nonplussed about it. Like, how do I know I'm alive? Well, you're still breathing. But it was that far off thing that they were surprised I asked the question. And I was just shocked. I'm like, oh, so I guess, we're just in so many different places and realms at once and remembering more and more that the realizations just kind of shock us, or shock me anyway. But I think it's cool. And I'm very curious now about my future because I've seen glimpses of it. And I know all of these exposures to all of these different energies are part of it. But I can't match those what I've been shown and these things. I know there's a connection there, but it's like, I want it. And yes, I'll wait.
That's an interesting idea. Have either of you, Brother Francis or Wanda, had a lucid dream where you came in contact with an ET or anything like that in a dream?
Uh, yeah, I had one in 1995 when I lived on Long Island. Um, I had a friend that worked in security at a Marriott hotel, and we had a psychic connection. So I was following something, and it was very, very interesting because even my mother came into it. I was drew this map, and I had this map, and I was like 2 miles from the location, but all the people that were connected to me, they were also 2 miles from the location. So this place was in the center. And what had happened was I was led to go inside the hotel, the Marriott, and my friend who worked security, he came with me, and we found this room that was perfectly round.
Hmm.
I was saying, hmm, in the hotel?
Mm-hmm.
So the room was being used by a sales group, and we could see the tables set like almost in a square C pattern. And I was moved to stand in the center. And when I stood in the center, I said, oh my gosh, Glenn, there are beings here. The skin tone is greenish white, and they're looking at us. And then he brought up to me, he said, well, the last time when you taught in the hotel and you were in the basement, there were beings, I told you, outside in the hallway looking in at you. I said, so what had happened for that month of July 1995, we were there, and not too far over was the Nassau Coliseum. You could literally walk to it. And I said to him, I've never been in there in my life, and I can describe it. I said, Glenn, we're in a way station. This is where the pod actually sits, and the mothership sits on top of the Coliseum. And if you go outside and squint, you can see it. So the next week, I was urged to go there again. And this time, I'm walking through this little hole in the fence, and I'm like walking right by this area that we knew that was outside of the room in between the two buildings. And I said, I kept hearing helicopters, but I couldn't see them. And my mother said, these are black helicopters. They know that you're looking for something. So when you get to the destination, when you get on that side of the street, do not head straight, walk north and make a right turn, right angle, and then go toward it. When you get to the flower bed, take your bag and drop it there, and then go sit on the other side and mask up. So I did that. Then I walked past and got it, and I put out a call telepathically to my friend. So he came outside. He says, yeah, I've been thinking about you all day. There's something very strange happening. So here we are. Another guy came, another friend of ours, and he was sitting out there. And he was into these 3-on-3 basketball tournaments. And he was hanging out there. And I told him, whatever you do, man, don't move. Just, just stay right there because you're much taller than me. And I need to be shielded a little bit. So we heard an ambulance, and it wasn't a regular white ambulance. It was a fire department ambulance that are like dark red or maroon. And it came in about 50 yards away. And then the person gets out and is shining a flashlight. So my friend Glenn, he goes over there. He said, I need to go over there now. And I said, yeah, please do. So he goes over there and he meets up with these guys. And they said, oh, we got a call that someone inside the hotel had a heart attack. And we're here to find that person and help out. So he does the smart thing. He doesn't leave the guy there. He just gets on his walkie-talkie and he calls out to his security team, could you check all the floors? And in the meantime, he noticed the guy was blinking the light over where I was.
Mm.
But I don't know what the Morse code, so I'm not paying attention to it. I'm just sitting there. So after they leave, we decide to go into the hotel on the west side where that round room would be. But before we went there, I said, Glenn, my point of contact is a little tiny tree, like it was just freshly planted. And we go to the tree and we touch the tree. And what we both saw was someone coming up from out of the earth, coming up the tree like a spiral staircase. And we both immediately apologized, like, hey, we didn't we didn't mean to disturb you. We just want to know. But when we disconnected from the tree and went in a hotel, now my friend at this time, he was alive then. He was about 6'3", about 275. He was a martial artist, deadly style martial arts. And me, I'm a Tai Chi guy. So we're walking and we noticed something was bouncing up and down between us, looking at us, bouncing up and down. He said, what is that? I said, that's the guardian. He's checking us out. He's just measuring us. So now here's the interesting factor. When it was time for me to leave the place, it was about 12 midnight. So I said, okay, the traffic is not that heavy on the street that I have to pass. So as I pass and I started getting closer to where I live, there was some people hanging out. And I wasn't aware that they were hanging out on the street. And they crowded around me. And they were smoking the ganja really thick. They were towering over me. And they said, "Are you a cop?" And I says, "What are you talking about? I'm just walking home." So they started really crowding me. And the next thing I heard was, "Oh, S, do you see that? Look." And everybody said, "Look what?" "He's an alien," pointing to me. And I was saying the Guardian caught up to me and protected me. Everybody split, running, hopping on their motorcycles, jumping in their cars, running all over the street, you know. And me, I'm not thinking anything. So I'm still walking, and I see one guy couldn't pick up his bike. I said, "Can I help you?" He said, "Whatever you got, get away from me. I don't know who you are. You are definitely an alien." So now I'm walking home the rest of the way, and I'm saying my prayers, and I get to my landlord's house and open the gate, and I turned around and I saw the entire block was wavy. And then I looked up into the heavens and everything was blinking. I go inside. Now, at this point, this is Friday into Saturday morning. Well, Saturday, I go out, handle my business. I come back and I'm in the house. And all of a sudden, Spirit, my mother says, "Cut off all the lights and lay down with your head towards your altar and don't move." Next thing I saw, and there's only two windows in the area that I'm in the house, and I see these beams of light coming literally through the wall.
Hmm.
And then I can hear the helicopter. And my mother says, "They're here. They're looking for you." People were ringing the doorbell. They normally don't ring the doorbell. And I had to stay in that house and be quiet. So I turned over on my stomach and I could see the being said, "They can't see you. I have you covered. Go on board now. Put yourself in there." So now I'm sitting in the black helicopter between the two guys and they're radioing back and forth. "We don't know if he's here. We've checked this whole property. We don't get any sensation that anybody's in the house." And we hear them say, "Well, okay, come back." I found myself back in the house. For a while, I was being stalked, you might say, by unmarked cars on the street that normally aren't there. But I remembered the being, and I remember him being able to communicate to me and says, "Don't let that bother you. I got you covered." He said, "Next chance you get, come back to the hotel. I got something else to show you."
Did you
So I
go
went
back
back.
ever?
Yeah, I went back to the hotel, and who was on duty? My friend, the security guy. So we were sitting down and sharing thoughts, and he said, "Yeah." He said, "I said, had anybody ever come back?" He said, "Yeah, I had a shift during the daytime, and those same people came back." He said, "And I could tell they went into that round room and they were looking for something."
Hmm.
He said that wasn't a fire department, nothing. Those were the, like you call the men in black kind of personalities looking for traces of energy and to see if I had touched anything.
Hmm.
Well, when I was there the first time, I didn't touch anything. When I came back the second time, I was going to touch the door handle. Here comes the maintenance guy. He said, "Do you need any help?" I said, "Could you open this for? I think I lost something inside the other day." And he touches everything, and I go inside. I've had that experience here too, out in New Mexico. So,
Wow.
but now I'm in touch with Akhenaten and Nefertiti, and I'm okay. So I don't have anything to worry about. And there's beings all over. And yeah, my lucid dreams are very, very active. Sometimes I don't want to go to sleep. The minute I close my eyes, click. Okay, now where am I at?
Yeah, how
Uh,
do you call in? How
yeah,
do you call in from your dream job?
yeah, right. Uh, No, it's really funny, where it happens. And my joke from Akhenaten to me is, you always want to get on my ship. If you don't understand, you have your own.
Um,
And I go, well, where is mine? And he looks at me, he says, you're it.
mm.
He said, so don't be coming over here looking for my ship. You have one. Use it.
Thanks for sharing that. Thanks for asking too, Heidi. Wanda, did you
Yeah.
have something you want to? Okay, just you mentioned.
The,
I don't have that many lucid dreams. Every now and then.
Cool.
You know,
do you know you're dreaming when you dream?
not all the time, but occasionally. And and then I'll remember those dreams more vividly. Usually. It's been a
Neat.
while.
And
Yeah.
I'm thinking that might be a good subject to just have a session for dreams
Hmm.
to see what we can all bring up and bring back and have a meditation to touch base with our dream explorations.
Hmm.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. I'd like that.
We
I
have
was gonna
openings
say,
in
I
the
wonder if
schedule.
the spaceship that he's talking about is the what's that called? That they say we all have. It's the two triangles around us.
Oh, the Merkaba.
Merkaba, yeah. Is
Hmm.
that our spaceship?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's our personal one. The upper one spins
Yeah.
clockwise, the bottom one spins counterclockwise. If you tune into the bottom one, you go into the past. You see all your past lives. If you tune into the upper one, you see all your future lives, things you can
Hmm.
experience. And as long as you maintain your consciousness in the center, you'll stay in the present moment and you'll see everything at the same time. They spin so
Mm.
fast you don't even know they're spinning.
So, Brother Francis, would you be interested in leading a discussion on dreaming next time you pop in?
Yeah,
Okay. On
for sure.
August 20th or September 20th, 20th, yeah.
Yeah, remind me.
Oh, I will. And then
Yeah.
I'm thinking the future Pleiadians can come in and help with that too before that.
Hmm.
Just
Sweet.
checking my calendar.
Yeah.
I
I'm
might
making
be
a
here.
note.
That would be really cool.
I'll say good night because I need to go to the office tomorrow.
Okay. Well, thank
Yeah.
you so much for your help and your energy. Good night, Christina. Did you ever do the cat thing with the office?
Yes, of course.
Okay, I thought so. The next day, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You go to Google and you type in cat and the little paw comes up, and if you click on it, Dan showed me that.
That was fun.
Meow. And the paw reaches out and makes a paw print anywhere on Google for that.
Yeah, I showed other people as well. And yeah.
What's the
Very,
shortcut for that? I forgot that existed.
Yeah, you
think
just go to Google and search cat.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What happens? Things.
you can do it for dog as well.
And
Dog has a purple
oh, for
paw.
dog as well? I didn't know
Yes.
that. Thank
Yeah.
you. I wonder if it works for other animals.
I'll do it right
No,
now.
I tried many other animals, but it's only cat and dog that have a paw.
I
Wow.
tried fish, it didn't work.
No fins, huh?
I was like, bubbles? Oh, there it is.
I tried alien, that didn't work. I was hoping to get an alien.
So cute. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
I got it.
Stop! I'm trying to switch it to a different animal, and all I'm getting is cats meowing. How cute. All right, let's try something else.
On that note, good night.
What fun. Good
Bye.
night. Thank you,
all right.
Christina.
Uh, hey, you can go on Facebook and get those AI things where they're having cats dancing, you know, Michael Jackson Thriller and all that stuff. Yeah, amazing.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Great time
Good.
wasters.
Hey, laughing, if it makes you laugh, that is
A-
definitely medicine right there.
Absolutely.
Oh.
And I guess it was synchronous that I actually went over your quote uh, in the book for the audio book today, Heidi.
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
how
tr
fun.
Yep, I'm on page 143 out of 224.
Oh,
They want it done by the 24th, so I have 8 more days.
oh.
Wow.
And I still have to re-record the title and the acknowledgement.
Hmm.
So it wasn't the quality that I wanted. And thanks to Wanda for her help and with some of the longer sessions.
Did you want the parts with Luis in there to stay in there? I was editing that one today.
Yeah, yeah,
Where he's talking, because I mean, I couldn't take it out because it was
no,
like,
yeah, I just no, yeah, I just want that whole thing because it's almost a full chapter by itself. And I wanted to get that energy and not have to read any of that because it'll save me a lot of time. And I think it's more impactful
okay.
if it's the actual voice coming through. And thank you. It's all exciting and it's all flowing.
Much. Well, this has been a lot of fun.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna head out
It-
and say
Get,
goodnight to everyone.
yep. Got to get your walking in.
I
I
do
do.
too.
And so
Thank
thank
you,
you, everyone.
ladies.
Bye
Appreciate it.
all.
Love to you all. Woohoo.
Love to you all the
Oh.
same. Bye. I'm gonna walk over to the refrigerator.
Yeah, I'm going to skip mine. I've been chowing a bit too much, but
Yeah, I hear you.
it's all good. Take my selenite back. Yeah, because I was meditating with my Lemurian,
Hmm.
and then it came through and gave me those messages. So I'm like, sweet. And
Wow.
I'll get more because I've been asking for guidance. And I don't know if did you try the connection meditation that came through in that open invitation session?
Oh, I gotta go to it. And
Well, because I sampled that, I just have that on there. So if you go
okay.
to the High Vibe YouTube channel,
Hmm.
you can just put connection meditation and it comes right up. It's got the
Oh,
picture of the two hands.
okay.
And it's less than 6 minutes, but it starts. And I'll tell you what, I can just shoot you the link,
Okay.
and that way you'll have it there. But yeah, that had me really rocking and a rolling 3 times now because I
Wow.
figured it might get my body might get used to it, but it connects you directly to your higher realm
Hmm.
and whatever guidance. So, and it's not like we aren't already connected, but I'm like, if that much more energy's coming through, there's always more in the expansion that we are that we can help not only into our bodily and auric field, but into our environment. And
Yeah.
that's, I think people miss out on that, that we're actually helping anchor energy into the earth.
Yeah. And I that's why I realized, I had to look up last night online. It says I keep seeing this blue dot inside my head, and every time I'm meditating, I said that means something. And then I heard, yeah, that's the other name for your pineal gland. Your pineal gland is known as the blue pearl. And when you get to that point, now you're in a deep meditation, and now you have to be able to hold it. And then you'll start seeing everything you want to see and experience even more, you know. I mean,
Amazing.
yeah,
Okay, you have it on Messenger now, so.
okay, I'll
And
go get it.
I don't know if AS is Anand or not,
Hmm.
but one day we'll find out. But thanks for
Yes,
joining us anyway, even if you are silent without a camera. So cool. Tell Lauren I said hello and thank
I
you
will.
again.
I
It's been
will.
fabulous. Thanks for being a great part of this wonderful day. It's a highlight of my day. So
Oh, yeah, I look forward to being here when I'm supposed to be here. And I had to do some Tai Chi to like open myself up before I started channeling. So that helped. So,
cool. Yeah, I'm
yeah.
definitely going to have to work on that before I do those mantis again. but I got plenty of other stuff to focus on first.
Right, right.
Bye
Well,
for now.
take care, my friend.
All right, will do. Bye now.
Bye now.